Why are we scared of death? What happens after we die? Can spirituality provide us with the answers? Death, the final destination of every living being, yet the most misunderstood and feared aspect of life. Why do we fear death? And what happens after we die? Can spirituality, especially Hinduism, provide us with answers to this eternal mystery? The fear of death is universal. It is a natural primal instinct. The unknown, the loss of identity, the fear of ceasing to exist, it's all overwhelming. We spend our lives clinging to things, people, experiences, and memories. But death threatens to take it all away. Fear of death is often rooted in our attachment to the material world. We are taught to measure life by our possessions, accomplishments, and relationships. To lose that sense of self is terrifying. Psychologists often suggest that our fear of death stems from this very ego attachment, our deep need to maintain a continuous sense of who we are. The unknown is the another factor. What happens after we die, after we take our last breath? Is it complete darkness? Is there an afterlife? This uncertainty fuels anxiety, creating a fear that is hard to shake. Now, Hinduism specifically offers a profound view of death, far, far beyond the finality we often imagine. According to the teachings of Hindu philosophy, death is not the end, but rather it's a transition, a passage to another phase of existence. The soul or Atma is eternal, moving through a cycle of birth, death, and rebirth, and it is also known as samsara. When we die, the body returns to the earth, but the soul continues its journey. It is believed that the actions and karma of this present life determines the circumstances of the next. Through this understanding, Hinduism offers a spiritual perspective which says that death is not to be feared, but embraced as a part of the cosmic order. In this framework, death is not a termination but a transformation. It is a necessary step towards liberation, which is to say, moksha, the release from the cycle of samsara, where the soul reunites with the divine, with the Brahma, which is to say, the ultimate reality as far as Hinduism is concerned. Now, spirituality provides us with tools to cope with the fear of death. Practices like meditation, prayer, and rituals in Hinduism are not just acts of devotion, they are the ways to prepare the mind and soul for the inevitable journey. In Hinduism, one of the core teachings is detachment, learning to let go of material attachments and ego driven desires. By practicing detachment, we can begin to understand that the physical body is temporary whilst the soul is eternal. This very shift in the perception helps us reduce the fear. The Bhagavad Gita, one of the Hindus' most revered texts, addresses the nature of the soul and the inevitability of death. Mahaprabhu Shri Krishna tells Arjun, just as a person discards old clothes and puts on new ones, the soul discards a worn out body and enters a new one. This teaching reminds us that the soul's journey is ongoing, making death less a fearful ending and more of a spiritual passage. Rituals like the Antyeshti, the last rites in Hinduism, are designed to honor the dead and help the soul transition peacefully. These rituals are not only for the deceased but also for the living, providing a sense of closure and acceptance. Now remember, death remains a mystery, but it does not have to be a source of fear. Through spirituality, especially the wisdom which is found in Hinduism, we learn that death is a part of life's natural rhythm, a process of renewal and transformation. The soul in itself is immortal, and through understanding, we can face death with acceptance and even more peace. Perhaps in the end, it is not the death we should fear, but the life we are currently living without understanding it. The spiritual path teaches us to transcend fear, embrace the unknown, and trust in the eternal journey of the soul. Namaste.